Okay guys, so you've been playing this game for a long time and you really want to know when's a good time to start focusing and building other characters. We'll get into that, but I want you to know I'm gonna try to make even more videos on my channel more consistently. So try to pop out one video every day. That's gonna be hard, but if I get it done, I'll get it done. So if the information at the end of this video really helps you out, then definitely leave a sub because you can expect more videos like this. But let's get into it. So you have a good team, probably even good 8 characters that you could go into the Spiral Abyss with and everything, and you've got them to the max. But now you want to know, what are the requirements to determine when I can start building a new character? Because it's a really high investment. There's so much resources you have to sink into building a very new character. So here's step one. You go and you check all your constellations for characters. So let's go. The first thing you want to look at when you're determining, hey, I want to start building a new character. Make sure you have a lot of constellations on that character. So I got Beidou and I got her C6 while pulling on Zhao since I saved up so many Primo Gems. And I got Beidou to C6. Right now my Zhao is built, my Venti is built, Bennett is built, Fischl is built. And I'm like, hey, I need a new character to help out my teams in Spiral Abyss. And I looked at all my characters. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about her. And none of them really have any constellations. So my Beidou is level 1. This experience is because I had her in my party for a little bit just to test out some of her skills. So the reason why I say look at constellations, primarily you want to start focusing on a character you have C6 on, because some characters have high requirements and do need constellations to build them. And you don't want to start building a character just to realize they need a certain constellation to actually be good. So always check the first step to determining if you want to build a new character, check the constellations. Now step number 2 is obviously going to be weapons. I'm going to try to go through this video really fast, but weapons is step number 2. So first, always check constellations. You don't want to build a character and then find out you need a certain constellation and then you wasted a whole bunch of resources. Now weapons. We've been playing this game for a long time. Fischl used to be my main character, and then Venti became my second main, so pretty much sub DPS. So what does that mean? That means I invested so much in bow weapons. Look at this. Look at this. You see? The next step after you check constellations, check to see if you have any weapons for a character leveled up. So I have 3 level 90 bows, 2 level 70s, a level 40, and then whatever else I have. So you don't want to invest in a character, start building, leveling them up before you even have a good weapon for them. And then add, so first you're gonna level them up and then you don't even have the right constellations for them, and then you find out you don't even have the right weapon for them. So check what weapon type you have that's very maxed out, because see, like if I just got Diona, my first time ever getting Diona and Jingyang on Venti's banner, I mean Zhao's banner. So look, I could even start building Diona. I don't know what constellation she needs to be a good character, but 2 constellations already says, hey, I got 2 constellations, I should start thinking about building her. Then I'll go and do research on, hey, does she need any other constellations to be good? If she does, then probably I wouldn't build her. But even if she does need other constellations, I check weapons. Hey, I have bows already leveled up. That's less investment I need to build her. Less experience, less farming weapon domains, less anything. So definitely look at the weapons you have for a character. Like I just got this rust in the, I got this after Zhao banner came out, but I got it in the standard banner, and I already leveled this up and I gave it to Fischl. So now I'm like, hey, I could just put this bow on either this bow on Diona, this bow on Diona, this bow on Diona, whichever bow. I don't even know what bow Diona likes anyway, what bow is best in slot for her, but I have so many options. I'm like, yeah, Diona is definitely going to be another character I build soon, after Beidou, of course. Even though for Beidou, let's look at Beidou. I haven't been leveling up like, you know, weapons for for what do you call it? These claymore characters. So look, even Chong Young, who I use a lot, only has a level 80 claymore. So I'm like, even though I have a lot of constellations for Beidou, I have none of the weapons leveled up, so that's a big investment sink. However, even though I have all Beidou's constellations, this pales in comparison. So I'll like, hey, I got all the constellations. If I level her up, I'll just level up a weapon, and I'm like, hey, she'll be fine. So Beidou and Diona, two characters like these, where you have constellations and or you have weapons for them. So now I don't have to invest in looking for constellations for Beidou, but I have to invest in weapons for her. But for Diona, I don't have to invest in weapons for her, but I might have to invest one or two more constellations for her, which would be coming easy because I already have two constellations for her in the first place. So that's step number 2. So step number 1, look for constellations. What constellations you have on a character that you're looking to build. Step number 2, what weapons have you been leveling up and that you could easily put onto your new character that does not require so much investment. And step number 3 would be artifacts. So let's go over to Jean. So for example, Jean, I have good weapons, swords leveled up. I could switch anything off for Jean, right? So that's step number 2 complete for Jean. Constellations, this is a 5-star and I'm a free to play, so who cares about the constellations? Ignore the step 1 if you're looking at building a 5-star. Obviously, you'll always want to build your 5-star. So go straight to step 2, looking at the weapons for your 5-star. See, I have good weapons and some of them leveled up, so yes, Jean should be my next one to build. And then step number 3 is artifacts. So look at other artifacts. So on your characters that you've been building, you probably have so many plus 20 artifacts that you probably don't have on any characters you're using, like here or here or here, or some good 5-star artifacts. I leveled up this one and look what it rolled. It's a perfectly, all 4 substats are perfect, and then it rolled crit rate, energy recharge, and crit damage, a lot of crit damage. So, and I know that Maiden Beloved is good for Jean. So look at the artifacts, because even in some of your main DPS characters, you have a one-off artifact. For Zhao, my one-off artifact is the Maiden's Beloved. And look at this. When I find a good flower for Zhao to put in his set, guess who's getting this flower? Jean, obviously. So look at all your main DPS characters and see, hey, do they have any one-off artifacts that I'll be switching out when I do get a good artifact for them? Like, for example, Fischl has a good crit damage artifact here that I'm going to switch out to Jean if I get, like, a better a bloodstain or a gladiator artifact that could fill this slot for Fischl. So check your artifacts, check all your one-off artifacts for characters you've been building, and see like, hey, I have good artifacts for this certain character. Jean would love all these one-off artifacts that I have on other characters, and when I could replace them, I'll be putting them on Jean. So obviously, Jean has 2 of the 3 things you have to look for already done. She has weapons ready. She has artifacts ready. She doesn't have constellations, but that's because she's a 5-star, and you know how hard it is to get even a 5-star. Even if you're a whale, getting a 5-star on the standard banner, getting C6 for a standard banner 5-star is even harder than in a limited banner 5-star. So if you think all of these 3 tips are really important and you agree with them, first check constellations, then check whatever weapons, excess weapons you have leveled up, and then check whatever artifacts you could easily put into your character. Then subscribe to my channel if you agreed with all that, because that is definitely one of the main things you have to look for before starting to build a character. So leave a like, leave a comment, and definitely subscribe. I'll have more videos and tips and trick videos like this for you in the future. And this is Key Wielder Oblivion. I'm out.